Can Asimov's Three Principles of Robotics really constrain AI? What other ways can we prevent artificial intelligence from harming humans? AI has now fully penetrated into our daily life. From the voice assistant in smartphones, to various AI applications, to autonomous vehicle, AI is changing our world at an unprecedented speed. At this point, we cannot help but worry that artificial intelligence, being so powerful, may one day rebel and no longer be under human control. Will it harm humanity or even rule over it? Can we really restrain it? What can we use to constrain it? Many people may immediately think of the famous Three Principles of Robotics. But this has always been regarded as the standard and highest behavioral law for robots. After all, it was proposed more than 80 years ago. Is it really effective for today's AI? Let's first review how the Three Principles of Robotics came about. In 1942, American science fiction writer Isaac Asimov first proposed the Three Principles of Robotics in his short science fiction novel Runaround. Afterwards, Asimov used this setting in all of his science fiction works, and the Three Principles of Robotics gradually became well known, becoming the constitution of people's minds and the robot world. The Three Principles of Robotics also set basic behavioral guidelines for the development of early robots. What do these three principles include? The first principle is that robots shall not harm human individuals or turn a blind eye to the danger that human individuals will face. This article mainly emphasizes that robots have a responsibility to protect human life safety, to ensure that robots do not become tools that harm humans. When humans encounter danger, robots must lend a helping hand. The second principle is that robots must obey commands given to them by humans, except when the command conflicts with the first law. This emphasizes that robots must obey human instructions, but the prerequisite is that these instructions cannot endanger the safety of any human. If someone orders a robot to harm another person, it cannot execute them. The third principle is that robots should do their best to protect themselves without violating the first and second laws. This principle endows robots with a certain degree of self-protection ability. After all, if a robot cannot protect itself, it cannot fulfill the first two principles either. The Three Principles of Robotics provide clear directions for constraining robot behavior, and have been regarded as important guidelines for ensuring harmonious coexistence between humans and robots for a long time in the past. But no matter how well the Three Principles of Robotics are set, it is still a product of over 80 years ago. When Asimov proposed these three principles, it was purely imagination, and the actual application effect could not be verified before. But now, with the rapid development of artificial intelligence technology, especially the emergence of deep learning, reinforcement learning, and other technologies, when the three principles of robots face current AI, many limitations are exposed. Firstly, the complexity and autonomy of AI far exceed Asimov's initial vision. Today's AI systems do not simply follow the rules preset by humans to perform tasks. AI can make complex decisions through extensive data learning and self-optimization. The autonomous vehicle as an example. In the process of driving, it will encounter various road conditions and emergencies and needs to make real-time decisions. In some extreme cases, there may not be a solution that fully complies with the Three Principles of Robotics. For example, when facing an inevitable collision, It is a dilemma to prioritize protecting passengers in the car or avoiding pedestrians. In the face of this situation, the three principles of robots are also difficult to provide clear guidance. Secondly, the learning and evolutionary capabilities of AI make its behavior difficult to predict. For example, some image recognition AI may produce incorrect recognition results for certain images during the training process due to data bias. In practical applications, this may lead to serious consequences. Moreover, with the continuous evolution of AI, it may also break through the rules and limitations preset by humans. In summary, the behavior of AI has a certain degree of unpredictability and randomness, which makes it difficult for the three principles of robots to effectively constrain it. Thirdly, the application scenarios of AI are becoming increasingly diverse and complex, involving different fields and cultural backgrounds. However, there are certain differences in the definition, values, and moral standards of human beings among different countries and regions, which can lead to a new problem that it is difficult for countries and regions around the world to uniformly apply the three principles of robotics. For example, some ethnic groups believe that collective interests are superior to individual interests, while others emphasize individual rights more. In this case, different countries and regions may have to adopt different rules to constrain AI. This is also a problem that the three principles of robots cannot solve. Since the three principles of robots have many shortcomings in constraining AI, what new methods should we use to constrain AI and ensure its development is in line with human interests? We can start from these aspects. Firstly, at the technical level, we can adopt interpretable AI technology to make the decision-making process of AI more transparent and understandable. When AI makes a decision, we can clearly know what data and algorithms it is based on and what conclusions it has drawn. This can enable us to promptly identify potential issues and enhance human trust in AI. Adversarial training can also be used to enhance AI's ability to resist various risks and prevent AI from being exploited by criminals. Next is the legal aspect. Governments and international organizations should establish comprehensive laws and regulations to clarify the responsibilities and obligations of AI developers and users. Artificial intelligence is developed and used by humans, and imposing legal constraints on those responsible is equivalent to constraining AI to a certain extent. The third aspect is ethical and moral. Ethics and morality are the inner soul that constrains AI. We need to inject correct values and ethical principles into AI, so that it must follow human moral concepts in the decision-making process. For example, in the medical field, AI must respect patient privacy and protect patient rights when assisting in diagnosis and treatment. In the military field, it is necessary to explicitly prohibit the development of AI weapons with autonomous killing capabilities in order to avoid AI pushing wars between humans into a completely out-of-control situation. The fourth is at the regulatory level. Governments and organizations around the world should establish professional regulatory teams to monitor the development and application of AI in real time and promptly identify and eliminate potential risks. The three principles of robotics, born over 80 years ago, may not fully meet the practical needs that constrain AI, but it still has certain reference value. We should have respect for creators like Asimov. Without the scientific imagination of their generation, We may not have entered this era of rapid development of artificial intelligence in a short period of time. Do you have any other tricks for constraining AI? Welcome everyone to leave a message for discussion. Welcome to subscribe and share my channel. I will continue to share more knowledge here. See you next time.